right, so with Spider-Man Far From Home in theaters any day now, I have seen the film. There are now 23 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm going to rank them all from worst to best. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my pen. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time finding me, please consider subscribing so you can get all the content that I have to provide. So MCU, Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home will be in theaters any day now. I have seen the film. I did love the film. And now I'm going to rank all films from worst to best. So starting in at number 23, not wasting any time. Number 23, the worst in the whole MCU is Iron Man 2, which came out in 2010. I was looking forward to this so much, but I was highly disappointed with how this turned out. I just thought it was sloppy, especially with the shoehorn version of them trying to put Black Widow and Samuel Jackson in this. I was very disappointed with the ending fight sequence with Happy Hogan, trying to be a boxer and biting off ears and things like that. I did not like the Iron Man versus War Machine fight or that costume inside of his gym. I thought that was horrible. I didn't like the villain. I mean, there were just so many things that I can list that were disappointed about this film, but I'm not going to give a review. But Iron Man 2 is coming in at number 23. Coming in at number 22 is another Iron Man film, and that is Iron Man 3. This was such a big disappointment as well, following the Avengers that came out in 2012. This came out, May 2013. I was just so disappointed with the Extremis armor. They butchered that comic book adaptation. Another thing, the villain was horrible as well. The suit, it seemed cheap. It seemed like if you just tap the suit right here, it would just break apart. When Iron Man was trying to save Air Force One and those people, and he did the monkey, the barrel of monkeys, that was cool. That was badass. I love that scene. But 2 seconds later, the Iron Man suit got hit by a truck and it broke, and that just really, pissed me off. Also, when you're having to do with cabin pressure, how did Iron Man even get inside the plane anyway without it losing pressure? Or maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me know down in the comments. But there were just so many things wrong with this film that was just very disappointing. And that's why it is coming in at number 22, Iron Man 3. Coming in at number 21 is Thor: The Dark World. Got that right there. This was highly disappointing too. The Dark Elves, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but they were just, a whack ass threat to me that really served no purpose. Kate Dennings was in this film too damn much. I did not like her character at all, especially with her doing makeout sessions in the ending battle sequence. Why would you be doing that when it's the end of not just the world, but all 9 realms? I just don't understand that. There's more that I just wasn't thrilled with the ending battle sequence either. Thor losing his mother in this film was pretty cool. Well, not cool for him, but, just some, I guess, character arc and development. But other than that, this film was just highly disappointing. But I bought it anyway. But that is why Thor: The Dark World is coming in at number 21. Coming in at number 20 is Thor. Like this one a little bit better than Thor: The Dark World, but it was just still underwhelming to me. Introduction to Loki, he was cool, and the fish out of water with Thor. I want a horse, or he went to the pet store talking about I want a horse or something. That was funny, but at the same time, this film just really didn't do it for me. I wanted a little bit more bang for my buck, and I did not get that bang for my buck. So that is why Thor is coming in at number 20. Coming in at number 19 is Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, there were some enjoying things in this film, redeeming qualities, but I just remember being so disappointed because I thought Ultron's origin was just rushed, extremely rushed. And I just did not like that. I was not a fan of it at all. It really, frustrated me. Also, there was just too many jokes at the end in the final battle sequence where Vision was able to pick up Thor's hammer and he kind of did this with a little flick of the wrist. That's not, come on, man. The whole planet is about to be destroyed and y'all up here cracking jokes and things like that. Also, Quicksilver, he was, cracking jokes too. too with Hawkeye. They would, Hawkeye would, hey, nobody would see if I shot him. It would be a secret. That's not funny. When Quicksilver is running and the policeman comes and shoots him, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? We're like, why are y'all joking around when the freaking world is about to explode? So I can go on and on, but I enjoyed it, but it was still disappointing. And that is why Avengers Age of Ultron is coming in at number 19. Coming in at number 18 is a film I like better. One, it looks great at home if you have it in IMAX. This is the Blu-ray, 3D, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. But on the Blu-ray 3D, you can... there's the IMAX ratio version on there. I don't have a 3D TV anymore. I did when I bought this film, Doctor Strange, coming in at number 18, but I know how to rip the 3D disc to my computer, convert it over, and put it on a blank Blu-ray for IMAX in 2D. But about this movie, I thought it was great, but at the same time, the martial arts aspect of this film I thought was horrible, except for when Tilda Swinton was fighting. When she was fighting, the martial art was cool. When everybody else was fighting, the martial art was trash. And it really pissed me off, especially when Doctor Strange was training with Mordo. That whole training sequence with those guys back in the sticks jumping. I mean, it was just horrible. Like, who choreographed this? Like, nobody. Like, it was just that bad. And it was just also just too many damn jokes as well. Towards the end where Doctor Strange is fighting Caecilius and they're in the house. The cape, Doctor Strange is trying to go this way and the cape is pulling him this way, and this is not funny. I mean, come on now, take this seriously or whatever. And then when Doctor Strange finally is like, okay, I'm gonna be Doctor Strange and be a badass. He puts on the cape and looks in the mirror, and then the cape comes and rubs his face. That jacked up that whole moment. I was so frustrated. And then the very beginning of the movie, where it opens up, where Caecilius and his minions go in and rip the page out the book. Y'all are wasting time. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just take the whole goddamn book. It don't make sense. Take all the damn books. Y'all was in there 20 deep. That didn't make no dang sense why everybody couldn't grab at least one book. And y'all could have been the rawest magicians, the rawest sorcerers, and all the multiverse. Y'all could have just went over to some corner, some dimension, and trained y'all asses off for millennia and been just incredible. But no, y'all want 2 pages out the whole damn library, and you could have just took the whole damn book anyway. You can tell I'm frustrated about that. But that is why Doctor Strange is coming in at number 18. All right, coming in at number 17 is a film that is, I believe, still in theaters, and that right there is Captain Marvel. Got that right there. I don't have it on 3D yet. It's on the way via Amazon. I had to import it from overseas because it has an IMAX ratio. But I really did enjoy Captain Marvel. It's not that much that I can just complain about, but at the same time, I didn't really like Goose the cat. That cat got on my damn nerve. But other than that, I mean, it was cool. It just didn't blow me away. I enjoyed all the other MCU films better than this one. I probably do have some nitpicks, but I just can't really think of them right now, so maybe I don't. But I got Captain Marvel right there on 4K Blu-ray coming in at number 17. Coming in at number 16 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it was the second in the MCU, and that is Edward Norton's The Incredible Hulk, which came out June of 2008. I really do like this movie. A lot of people give it crap. I don't know why. Maybe just because, Edward Norton is not in the MCU anymore. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but I do like the thunderclap that Hulk did to the end. I like the Hulk smash. The whole, when he putting on the cars as boxing gloves, that was cool too. I wish that we still would have got a little bit more Hulk chaos, mayhem, and destruction and all that good stuff. But I mean, I really did enjoy the film. I thought it was great, and that is why it is coming in at number 16 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let me move these over here. All right, coming in at number 15 is Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, before you freak out, like, whoa, it's number 15 on your list. What's going on, man? That's in my top 10. The reason why Guardians of the Galaxy is at number 15 for me, I did love the film. I could not stand Ronan. He was a horrible, horrible villain and just, oh my gosh, cleanse it. I hated his character in this film. Another thing is when Drax the Destroyer made the signal out to Ronan to come fight him, which was stupid, by the way. So I got to nitpick there. So Peter Quill, Star-Lord, and Gamora, they and I believe Rocket, they got into those little spaceships and was flying away. Groot tried to get into the spaceship, but he was just too big. Hence Rocket saying that, right? So Gamora, Peter Quill, and Rocket were in the spaceships. Drax the Destroyer was fighting Ronan. So after Groot could not get into the spaceship because he was so damn big, what was he doing? Just sitting there watching Drax the Destroyer get his ass kicked? I remember the first time I saw this movie in the theaters, I was saying it to myself, where's Drax? Not where's Drax? Where's Groot? Why is Groot not helping Drax? This is a continuity problem in the battle. So that right there was a big issue for me. The dumbass decision that Drax made, but Drax is a dumb character anyway. He's just strong, but we really ain't seen it either. But also Ronan. So Ronan in that continuity in the battle is why, or my nitpicks of this film, and that is why it's coming in at number 15. Coming in at number 14 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I like this film better than Part 1. It was funny to me. Now, a lot of people don't like this film and complain about it, saying it was just too goofy. Just giving Guardians of the Galaxy what it is, it just didn't bother me. I was fine with it. I laughed. I was entertained. I actually liked the Sovereign. I thought that was funny too. People complained about that, but I'm like one of the only people that like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 better than Part 1. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for Part 3, whether it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 or as Guardians of the Galaxy with what's his name, Thor. But I really did enjoy and I like Ego the Planet, you know what I'm saying, played by Kurt Russell. So that is why, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is coming in at number 14. Oh, and I also have it on 3D right here that has the IMAX ratio as well. Look, beautiful, beautiful freaking picture IMAX ratio. All right. Coming in at number 13 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is one of the original Avengers, and that is Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, this film is just freaking fantastic to me. I don't know why people don't like it as much, but I think it's one of the better ones in the MCU. That's why it's coming in at number 13, not quite top 10. Only reason this isn't higher is, in Captain America, Winter Soldier, all that hand-to-hand fighting, if we could have got some hand-to-hand fighting like that, when it was Captain America versus the Red Skull towards the end, that would have been badass. And then my only other nitpick was I loved everything about this film, but right when Captain America first got his full uniform, his full Captain America uniform, and his full painted shield, it jumped right into a montage, and I just didn't really like that. I remember like, oh, wait, slow down. I want to see him, just a regular movie mission first. Then we go into a montage and we can go through 1942, 43, 44, and 45. But other than those two things, I love this film and I think it's fantastic. And that is why Captain America, the First Avenger is coming in at number 13. All right, coming in at number 12 is a film that's about to be in theaters, or a character that's about to be in theaters right now. No, it is not Spider-Man Far From Home, but it is Spider-Man Homecoming. Got that right there on 4K Blu-ray, baby. I really did enjoy this film. I liked everything with Ironman as well. Happy, Gwyneth Paltrow at the end. Vulture was fantastic in this film. I do remember being pissed off that they put that Iron Man and Spider-Man swinging and flying into the screen. It wasn't in the movie. But like I said, Vulture was great too. One of the things that really bugged me in this film was when they just tried to sometimes this Sony still seems desperate. They just had to make sure that we knew this was tied to the MCU. We did that at the end where Happy was like, hey, we got this stuff from the shipment, Thor's new hammer and his belt and Captain's prototype new shield. That was just unnecessary dialogue, okay? And another thing that really bugged me in this movie was I want to see Spider-Man swing from buildings in New York. That is one of the main things he's known for, and there wasn't that much swinging from buildings in this film. And we could have had him doing it towards the end, but they want to have him drive the car to the ending battle sequence. Well, I understand what you're trying to do. He's in high school, he haven't got his license, but nobody gives a crap about Peter Parker driving a damn car. Even if that was in the comics, it was probably only just for a little bit. I want to see Peter swing from buildings. And instead of swinging from buildings, that would have been better for him to swing from building to building going to the last battle instead of driving a damn car. Not cool. Still enjoyed the movie, but they bugged the hell out of me. And that is why Spider-Man Homecoming is coming in at number 12. Coming in at number 11, got this right here on 4K Blu-ray as well. That is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I've only seen this film twice. My 3D IMAX version is in the mail. It'll be here July 3rd. I can't wait. But I really did enjoy this film. However, I do remember when I was seeing this, I need to see it again. I think I've only actually watched it twice, or maybe 3 times. I think twice. But the villain in this, what was her name? Ghost. It was just some stuff that really didn't make sense, like with her backstory, how she was like working for not Hydra, but Hydra Shield, whatever. I'm like, y'all should have been using her this whole time. It was just like a little nitpick there. I enjoyed the film, thought it was funny, thought it was great. But Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming in at number 11. Coming in at number 10, we in the top 10 now, y'all, is the first Ant-Man. Came out, was it 2005? I forgot when did this come out. Was it 2015? I can't remember. But we got Ant-Man right there. I enjoyed this film. I liked it more than the Ant-Man and the Wasp. They're both good. They're right there like neck and neck, both of these films. But they're really great. Peyton Reed did a great job. I still wish Edgar Wright could have came back and directed this, but it was still a great film. Great plot, great villain, all that good stuff. And that is why it's coming in at number 9. All right, coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, I got it on 3D, IMAX, and in 4K. And that is Thor Ragnarok. This is the best out of all Thor films. I really did enjoy this film a lot. I thought it was great. Really don't have any complaints about it. At some points, there was a little more jokey than I wanted it to be. How about I'll show y'all my face. But other than that, guys, I really just don't have any complaints. I think this is a great film. I think it's a lot of fun. And, that's why it is number 9 in the MCU, worst to best. Now, coming in at number 8 right now, I don't have a copy of it because it is in theaters right now, and that is Avengers Endgame. Now, a lot of you may be like, oh my gosh, why is it not in your top 5? And, I'll go ahead and get into that. I actually have some notes here. While I did enjoy the film, all 3 hours and 2 minutes of it, I've seen it in theaters 3 times. The first time I watched it, I was mad. I was disappointed. Second time I saw it, I loved it. First time I watched it, I was disappointed. I was like, Infinity War is way better than this. Second time I watched it, I was in love with it. I was like, no, this is better than Infinity War. Third time I watched it, I was like, no, Infinity War is better than this. And the reason why I walked out disappointed, guys, is because while the ending battle sequence had the 2 iconic moments of Captain America wielding Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, freaking badass. And then when the Avengers assembled, when he rallied everybody and they did the charge and Doctor Strange got everybody out the portal, badass on badass on badass. However, the entire ending battle sequence of a whole, I was let down because it was just too many characters that didn't do anything in the final action scene. And for me, a comic book movie, I want to see everybody kicking ass. I want to see everybody shine like they did in Captain America Civil War. And it was just too many people that just didn't do anything. And so I was just disappointed with the action. Still a great film, but, first of all, Ant-Man, he only punched one person, and that was that giant machine. I mean, he freed everybody, but he only did that. Hulk, come on. Hulk didn't throw one punch on the whole ending battle. War Machine didn't do crap either. War Machine, Iron Patriot, did we see him shoot his gun one time? No. Hawkeye was just running around with his with the Infinity Gauntlet. Then he gave it to Black Panther. Did he shoot one arrow? Did he kill one bad guy with his sword when he was running? No. Vision. Okay, Vision is dead, but could they have not mentioned him? They mentioned, of course, we got the Ironman funeral, and of course, we got the Black Widow mentioned between Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch, but we couldn't get some type of memorial or mention of Vision. I didn't like that. Thor got his ass whooped because he was fat. I understand why he was fat, and I have no problem with that initially. But after we went to New Asgard, I think he should have went back to, swole Thor that's in shape. And the directors wanted to do that, but no, Chris Hemsworth said, no, I want to be fat Thor out through a whole movie and get his ass whooped. That bugged the crap out of me. Black Panther really didn't do much. He ran with the Infinity Gauntlet and then punched the ground. The whole girl, when all the female Avengers was together, I have no problem with that at all if y'all want to have a big kick-ass girl power thing. But it was just shoehorned in, like all the women were on the battlefield together in that group at one time. I mean, it would have been cool, but that was just kind of forced in. Also, I thought it would have been cool if they would have brought back Ronin as well. They brought back the children of Thanos, and also the children of Thanos. Each of them was badass in Infinity War, but they didn't do anything in Endgame. That just would have been so much better to see them fight as well, as long with the other Avengers that I just mentioned. But anyway, that is why Avengers Endgame is coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 for my ranking is Black Panther. Got that on 3D, IMAX, and 4K. I love this film to death. Killmonger is, I don't want to call him a villain. He's an antagonist, but he is one of the best. I think he's the best antagonist in the MCU to me. Thanos comes at number 2. The reason why I feel that way is I can relate more to Killmonger than I can Thanos. And while Thanos does have a point, still, bro, you're crazy for trying to eliminate half the universe. You're making a point, but let's look at other options as well, or maybe you can double the resources or something. I don't know. Or I heard arguments today like he don't want to double the resources because the powerful will still hog it all. That is true. That kind of makes sense. But going back to Black Panther, Killmonger is great. It makes perfect sense why he's upset. He's angry. I just don't agree with going on the offensive and killing innocent children. Everything else I do agree with, but this had the best soundtrack, had the best cinematography. Black Panther had the best costumes. It had the only thing is just the action could have been better. But other than that, best character development, story, and all that, in my opinion. But that is why Black Panther is coming in at number 7. My worst to best for the MCU. Coming in at number 6 is a film right now that's about to be in theaters, so I don't have a copy, and that is Spider-Man Far From Home. I can't talk about it because I don't want to spoil anything for you, because it is some big spoilers. Make sure you stay for both those credit scenes, because it's not just credit scenes, they're part of the movie in my opinion. But it's good, and I love everything they did with Mysterio and his illusions and stuff like that. It was freaking fantastic. So Spider-Man Far From Home is coming in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is I love this film right here. Got this on Blu-ray, 3D, Blu-ray, and digital and HD. I don't have it on 4K, but I got the IMAX version here. That's Captain America: Civil War. Oh my goodness gracious! I wish that we could have got this airport sequence like what we got in Avengers Endgame. Like if in Avengers Endgame it did what the airport sequence did with everybody getting to shine, Avengers Endgame would probably be my number 1. Also, how in Avengers 1 and 2, how we got all the Avengers in that one continuous shot that Josh Whedon did, we should have got that in Endgame as well. But anyway, talking about Civil War, that airport battle was bad. All the action in this was badass, and all the characters and their dynamics and relationships and all that was badass. The story was badass too. Just Zemo's plot, his story arc didn't make any damn sense. It was dumb luck, and that bothered me. I still walked to this just blown away. But another reason this is not my top MCU film is just because Zemo's plan was stupid. He had no idea that Iron Man was going to show up at the end, and I can nitpick it some more, but that really bothered me, and it really brought this film down a little bit. But that is why Captain America: Civil War is coming in at number 5 in the MCU. Coming in at number 4 is 2012's The Avengers. Got that right there. Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy, music, and 4K right here. Avengers 2012. I love this film. It's freaking fantastic. Only thing I can complain about in this one was, what was it? Hawkeye. There was a deleted scene to where Hawkeye was explaining to Loki, like just the Avengers, all their ins and outs. Because when I was watching the movie, I was like, wait a minute, how does Loki know so much about the Avengers? That doesn't make any sense. It was in a deleted scene. They should have kept it in the movie. It would have made it much better. Also, I just wish we could have had a little bit more. Even though the action was satisfying, I still wanted a little bit more action towards the end of the film that we did not get, unfortunately. But it's still a great film, and that is why Avengers is coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we only got 3 left. We got Avengers Infinity War right here. Freaking fantastic. Really nothing to complain about here. I love the film. I just loved the other two. I had a couple of nitpicks I felt it was rushed at the end. Everything with Wakanda and Black Panther, I think that was rushed. I probably had a couple of other nitpicks. I just can't think of them right now. But I do know that Avengers Infinity War, strong film that I love, got it on 4K, coming in at number 3. And coming in at number 2 is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Freaking fantastic. I love this film. Got that on... Oh, I got this on Blu-ray 3D. No IMAX scenes, but yeah, I forgot I had that on 3D or whatever. But I love this film. Winter Soldier, the hand-to-hand fighting was badass. Everything was Falcon was badass. The ending sequence was badass. Everything was badass. Really just no complaints. I love this film, guys. That's why it's coming in at number 2. But there is another film that I love even more, and that is Iron Man 1. That started it all. This is like just the perfect film for me in the MCU. I don't have any complaints about this. It is perfect. I loved Obadiah Stane. A lot of people complained about him, saying he went crazy for no reason. I understood why he went crazy. He was just bitter and jealous. I didn't need any lines of dialogue for that. He could have deleted that message, but that didn't really bother me. But this is the perfect film to me, and that is why Iron Man is coming in at number 1 in the MCU. So let me go ahead and just recap this, guys, real quick. I'm very, very proud of my list, and if your list does not look like mine, that's perfectly fine. All films are subjective. But coming in at number 23 is Iron Man 2. 22 is Iron Man 3. 21 is Thor: The Dark World. Number 20 is Thor. Number 19 is Avengers Age of Ultron. Number 18 is Doctor Strange. Number 17 is Captain Marvel. Number 16 is The Incredible Hulk. Number 15 is Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 14 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 13 is Captain America, the First Avenger. Number 12 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 11 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Number 10 is Ant-Man. Number 9 is Thor Ragnarok. Number 8 is Avengers Endgame. Number 7 is Black Panther. Number 6 is Spider-Man Far From Home. Number 5 is Captain America Civil War. Number 4 is Avengers 2012. Number 3 is Avengers Infinity War. Number 2 is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And number 1 is Iron Man. So guys, please let me know what your list is. I have a lot of fun nerding out and geeking out and things like that. I had to have the Spider-Man back up here because we are in the Spider-Verse. We are in the Far From Home with Spider-Man, Sony, Disney, Marvel, all that coming together. But guys, I do appreciate it, and that is just my opinion. What did you think about my list, my top, well, not my top, the 23 films ranked from worst to best? Please let me know down below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. If you don't, that's fine. Please consider subscribing and also look me up on social media. But guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to my opinion of my top, or not top, the all 23 MCU films ranked from worst to best. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Actually, before I say peace, go check out my Spider-Man ranked as well. Also, go check out my Spider-Man review as well. It is on my channel. I have a review for the film, and also my Spider-Man ranked all 8 films. Peace.